What is this girl doing? Is she still making art? Get out of the bad cycle and get into the good one. And the plan didn't go as planned. I peaked back then to overcome the art block. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be slightly different. As you can see, I'm sitting in front of my camera speaking English. It's been a bit, I think, that I made like a sit down video speaking English. But anyway, that's not the point. Today's video is gonna be my art journey. I'm sure a lot of you have watched my IGCSE and my AS art video, and it's been like 4 years since I posted those, and you might be thinking, what is this girl doing? Is she still making art? Has she stopped making art? Is she still making? Is she selling? Is she done with art? You know, all those things that you might be wondering, or maybe not, but you should be, because I used to be quite good at art. Anyway, this video is gonna be the whole thing about art block, why I had an art block, how am I trying to get out of it, what I have produced over the last few months, few weeks to overcome the art block. So, before I show you some of the artwork that I recently created, let me tell you my history with art. Okay, so back in 2017, I went to international school. It was British international school here in Cape Town. So I took art as one of the subjects. So I took IGCSE art and AS level art. I didn't take it all the way to A level because at that point I wasn't sure if I wanted to do art as a subject. But anyway, I did IGCSE, I did AS level, and I had a great time. I produced quite a few good works. You can see those in my old videos. It's not all the work that I produced, but most of them are in the video. I did A level, didn't take art as a subject, and then I took a gap year thinking, okay, I'm gonna create some art now, because I've got a whole year to myself, and you know, why not get back into it? And I always thought I would have art as like a side hustle, or you know, at least like a hobby. So that was the plan, but then the plan didn't go as planned. So I didn't make much art during the gap year. I started YouTube, and that kind of became my creative outlet, as well as crocheting and knitting. I guess they were main reason that I didn't feel like I needed another creative outlet, because that was sort of enough. But also I was a bit scared to go back to creating art, because it had been a year or so already by then, and I knew I just wouldn't be as good at it because I was out of practice. And then in 2021, I started uni. And for those who don't know, I majored in computer science and French literature. I was Bachelor of Science. I know it's a weird combination, and you might be thinking, how is that even possible? But I did do French lit as well. Anyway, 3 years went by. That was last year. I graduated at the end of last year. Another 3 years went by without creating much. And now I've got this year to get back into art again. Long story short, at the moment I'm not looking for a job, and next year I would start working again. Or I'll find a job. So this year, that's why I've been posting YouTube quite frequently. I've been trying to upload every week. And yeah, so this year is really just YouTube and art. That's what I've been telling everyone. And getting back into YouTube has been quite good. I think I've been uploading quite regularly, and it's been quite fun getting back into it. And I can definitely see like the number of subs that I'm gaining. I am like on track. But on the art side, it's been a bit hard. So it's been about 5 years since I took art as a subject. So when I was taking it quite seriously, because, you know, I wanted to get good marks. And I was quite into it, you know. I have always been interested in, you know, becoming an artist or anything creative. So that kind of like taking art as a subject kind of enabled that. And especially in the context of Cambridge syllabus, it was quite free. Like whatever we wanted to do, we could do. As long as you had good reasoning and you knew what you were doing, you really could do whatever. So it was really good. And then 5 years went by, and now I feel lost. And even when I was doing art back then, the problem I had wasn't the actual creating part of art. I always enjoy the creation part of it, and it's fun. I'm good at it. I was getting better at it, so it was really good. But the problem I always had was what to paint. The subject matter was always the problem for me. And now that I am not under like exam condition and I don't have this like big project that I have to do within a certain amount of time, I just don't know what to do anymore. So that's like a main reason. I would say number one reason that I haven't been creating. Like I don't know what to make. I don't know what to draw. I don't know what to paint. And second of all, it's been a bad cycle. So I was good at art, and then I stopped making art, which means my skills, my technical ability to actually draw and paint what I want to do has gotten worse, obviously, because I'm out of practice. And because I'm not as good as before, it just makes me feel like I peaked back then, and you know, it's just not the same. Like, I just get frustrated by myself. I just get frustrated that I can't create as well as before. But then, because I'm frustrated, I'm not creating art, I'm not practicing. So obviously my ability to create is getting worse. Like, my skills are not there because they're out of practice. So it's a bad cycle. So that's the second reason. And third reason, I mean, it's just easy that way. Like, whatever you do and whatever you used to be good at, you should stop doing it for whatever reason, and you get out of practice, and it's just easy to not do it again because you feel safe. You don't have to feel embarrassed by it or anything like that. So yeah, that's why I haven't been creating. But this year, I've been trying to get back into it, as I said, and I have created quite a few pieces this year already. I'm not creating at a pace that I would want to be creating. I would like to be creating more, but obviously that's on myself, so no one else to blame. I'll put some clips of some of the drawings and paintings that I've done recently to just get back into the flow of creating. But just the main thing that I've been trying to do is have fun. I'm trying to not be under too much pressure to create. And obviously there is pressure because I've set this whole year aside just for that. Well, not just for that, but mostly for that. So there is pressure, but I know that if I let that pressure get to me, I won't create. And, you know, it's been 5 years since I said, I'm going to do this, and I just haven't done it. This is like the last year before I actually jump into the real world, you know, like the corporate world, because considering that I study computer science, I'll probably be going into computer science field because it just makes sense. So this is the last chance for me. So no pressure, but also do it, because if I want to do it, this is the time. And I've also been trying to get inspirations by other people, but also just around me. So I've done some drawings of my cats. At the moment, I'm busy with the painting of me and Siri in the style of one of the paintings that I did before. So yeah, that's my story about my art block, and I'm hoping to get out of it, hoping to create more, and it would be cool if I could sell it as well, my work, you know, prints or originals. I don't know about originals though, because I get too attached to my work. I mean, either painting or any artwork, any knitted stuff, like I knit at the top. Any photography, like photos that I take, I get quite attached to them. I mean, I think it's quite important that you enjoy what you create, because otherwise, why would other people like your work? So yeah, I don't know how to end this video. I'll probably end it with some clips that I've been taking. So hopefully you enjoy it. Please subscribe if you want to see what I create from now on. I'm gonna try and create more art videos from now on, so stay tuned for that. Watch the vlogs, watch my podcast. I know they only come up every like 3 or 4 months, but all come. And yeah, just I hope you guys stay for this journey. I can definitely feel myself getting into it more and more, because the gap between the pieces, like the work that I do, is getting shorter and shorter, which means that I'm going to be creating more often, which is good, because as I create more, I'll get better at it, I'll get more ideas, and I'll create more. It's a good cycle. That's what I want. Get out of the bad cycle and get into the good one. And hopefully this video is, goes like here of the good cycle, we'll keep going, make the circle. So yeah, please stay tuned for the next art block journey video. I don't know if I'm gonna name this series, we'll see. Oh, if you have any recommendation as to like what I should call this series, then leave the comments down below. And otherwise, follow my art Instagram account. I just made it recently, so yeah, that would be much appreciated. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.